Welcome to Miami Gardens, Florida. A gorgeous day for college football, and we are fired up to see the Miami Hurricanes open another season at Hard Rock Stadium. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. They got the big fellas out there, a three tight end look on 1st and 10. Running with power. All kinds of room to the right. He's at the 30. 10. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires into traffic, it's picked off. They didn't give him much on the return, but they are in prime scoring position at the 22.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
He's piled up 82 yards rushing already. You want to talk about establishing the running game. They're doing that in the season opener. People like to say conference affiliation doesn't matter. But you get the SEC against the Big Ten, and there's no denying there's a little extra juice in the building.
Definitely extra juice. The best two conferences, the biggest conferences, Palmer. Everybody talks about these being the power brokers and deciding the future of college football. So, yes, it matters.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Slide 22. Slide 22.
They're going to run it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Miami.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
The kickoff team out there to boot it away and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty. On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. They are shaking the rafters of this place, trying to help their defense as they've got them pinned deep. The give to the back. Good pickup on the ground there. Give him 5 to the 16-yard line. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat. And the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win. And if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
2nd and short now after that completion. The give to the back. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Trying play action. Using his legs to buy some time. He chucks one out to the right. And it's intercepted. A turnover from the defense.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again.
Open runway ahead. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Canes. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Trying to burn this defensive back. Makes the catch down the right side. Oh, look out. There he goes. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
And this offense gets on the board and the first passing touchdown of the season, and I feel pretty confident saying the first of many. This offense looks like they're in a good rhythm, and this passing attack's going to be hard to stop.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. USC put together a breathtaking performance inside the Coliseum. And how do you not liken it to the way Leinart and Bush and Lendale White and Dwayne Jarrett used to just annihilate teams? It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Tosses to the quarterback. Gonna take a shot. It's complete. A huge pickup. And he breaks into the open. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Hurricanes. A little trickeration is always in order, especially when you execute like that.
You ain't lying. Now, I tell you what, you always put these in practice. You always practice them. But you got to have that feel and that timing of when to call it. Perfect timing, rewarded with a touchdown.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Here come the Irish back on offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled, you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Wants to throw. It's locked. He wants to take the top off. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. The Irish send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. A fair catch is called for. It'll give them great field position. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They'll give it to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently moving forward. Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Quickly complete. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. And the Canes in the hurry up.
Well, offensive coordinators put in countless hours every week trying to formate and use different personnel groupings and shifts and motions to give their offense success. on third down. You can tell in this game, this offensive coordinator, he has put in the work this week.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Dropping back, it's Bridges. Quick completion on the out route. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end.
That's the end of the first quarter. Miami 28, Notre Dame 7.
First down to start the drive after the break.
Over. Here we go.
Power football with the run. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Second down coming up.
Okay, ready?
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Goes to the option.
Nice job playing assignment football by that defensive end. Knowing what my job is, not letting that quarterback get out, get loose, making a good play, and most importantly, being there in the right spot and getting him on the ground.
On the ready.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Slant.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Headed to the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Miami!
And these design QB runs, man, they really test the physicality of this defense. Knowing this quarterback's going to tote the rock, they know that there's now an extra blocker, so somebody on defense is going to have to make a superhuman effort, get off a block and make a play. They could not get that done.
They'll try to add another to their lead.
For the extra point.
And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. They made sure that good field position paid off, going 45 yards. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down.
You know, a lot of offensive coordinators script the first, 5 to 10 to 15 plays. You don't usually draw that up for inside your own 10. Bad field position to start. This offense needs to come out, get a few positive plays first to get out the shadow of your own end zone.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make the play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Running back searching for a hole. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down.
You wonder now on offense, have they found something in the run game? Finally, it's been tough for them to get the run game going, but they picked up a nice gain on that last one. Let's see if they go back to it.
Backed up at the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10.
Easy.
Here's the handoff. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets him out to the 25-yard line.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Got out of trouble and throws. He's got an open man. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him.
Looking deep. Got it. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Number 15. Catch and score.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good. They still trail 35-14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Washington is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Husky Stadium, but the purple and gold have struggled to really pull away. They're up by 4 over the Sharks. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. On 1st down, the quarterback sneak. And the Hurricanes headed quickly to the line.
Second down.
The play action fake. Feeling some heat. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, as a quarterback, when you get to the outside, you know you don't have all day to throw it. You've got these defenders. They are coming. They're running at you hard, so you've got to do a better job getting the ball out quicker. That hit forced the incompletion.
Looking to throw, it's Bridges. Intercepted. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
They go to the ground. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
And that would be the definition of 1st down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice 1st down execution.
Unloads to the right. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Got room on the return. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. It didn't stick right away. There was a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Oh, look out! That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Okay, ready?
They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Quickly complete. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Canes! A great catch and run for 6.
And I bet this coaching staff is jacked up to get this offense firing so fast early in the season, on point. A lot of times it takes time to build the rhythm. It takes time to get it rolling. This offense started the season off with a bang.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Leaves it with the running back. Looks as if he'll get it up to about the 14-yard line. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. To the ground with the back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into big.
Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Wide out in motion. Dropping back, it's Bridges. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The Canes want to pick up the tempo.
Brings up 2nd down.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Inside the 45. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Looking to move it through the air. Setting up the screen. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
Just going to keep it after the snap. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right? And having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Hurricane! And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses in it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down, you move on to the next game, start working on the next opponent. This one's over.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he got into the house for the 6th to finish it. got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here come the Irish back on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts you...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you can see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
With the score, Miami 49, Notre Dame 14.
Kickoff and kickoff return teams on the field, and we're just about ready to go in the second half. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Nothing went right in that first half in the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive of the offense.
Yeah, the first possession. Your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Here they're trying to get it to the edge. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away.
On to punt it away.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Right back to the well. Turns it on in midfield.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous.
Flying out to the left. Touchdown, Miami. And the pummeling has started.
And add it on again. This offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Washington has the lead right now. Feels like we've heard the air raid sirens a few times today, but they haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 4 over the Sharks. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll try the run. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
This is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Gets it out fast. Makes the stop at the 30, but a big 15-yard pickup gets him out of trouble.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this first down.
Nice move there.
And wide receivers are doing this more and more in college football. You see a motion and shift all over the place. They give them the football a lot. Sometimes they use them as a decoy, but nice, positive game. But more importantly, defense understanding they're ready for it. Good stop.
And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn. And they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Got him downfield. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. That big play for the offense will be nullified by a penalty, and if you want to frustrate your coaches, yeah, that's the way to do it. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Getting some heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats and he's shuffling and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but hey, batting it away, it's a big-time play.
Breaks the tackle. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Miami 56, Notre Dame 14.
First down to start the drive after the break. DB's right up on the receivers. They'll go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Unless there is a dramatic turn of events, this is not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to be able to handle adversity and handle the outside noise moving forward, because losing this game in week one, all the detractors, all the naysayers, that no.
And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passion, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
The handoff as they run the counter play here. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
And you want to dominate the football game like these guys have all day. Dominate the line of scrimmage. You know, turn and hand the ball off to a running back. It's a good recipe. It makes every quarterback better. It makes every OC better. Just turn, hand the football off, especially when you're winning the ball game.
Option look. It's Bridges. At midfield, he's got room. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big kickoff and a first down for this offense.
You just hold your breath every time this QB keeps the football in the running game. With his speed, he's a threat to hit the home run every time he totes the rock.
The Hurricanes will snap it on 1st and 10. Here comes the option. Plows through the defense. Turns it on down the left side. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Canes. And the route is on.
Point points and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And that was some way to cap it off with a 42-yard touchdown jaunt. The kickoff unit about to go to work. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here come the Irish, back on offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? You're going to be a great player. You got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. He's got it again. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
They'll run it on the counter. Keeps the legs moving. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. The run to the left. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. 2nd down coming up. Now the play fake. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Hurricane.
You didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were
running toward the tape. He just broke the century mark, 100 yards rushing, and he has busted the century mark in this season opener.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Looking to pass. It's locked. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You try to go draw, but there's just way too much penetration in the middle of the offensive line, and then the offense has a negative play.
Notre Dame looking for this 4th down conversion. Wide receiver now comes in motion. The give on 4th down. Can't get him to the ground. He will not get it. A 4th down stop for this defense as they try to salt this one away. Offense getting set for 1st down. On 1st down, he just sneaks it ahead, though it's a little unusual play call. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out, they take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your uni. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.